So I had a very different video planned this week around business specifically. I've gone ahead and parked that for now. And honestly, man, I just have no real direction for this video. So full transparency. This is completely off the cuff, off the dome, but I didn't want to be tone deaf. I wanted to speak on the topic briefly one time only, and obviously just give my like deeper thoughts, not just on the situation really of itself. Everyone's talking about that. I mean, like what can we do? What are we able to do in this current moment? This is speaking as a Canadian as well. So obviously with the Charlie Kirk situation, I never met the guy personally. I didn't even really watch a ton of his content up until recently. The main thing that I watched was his the debating video. Jubilee, I think, is what the channel name was. A year ago, something about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago-ish. That is when I was like, holy crap, this guy can speak. The way that he could articulate words. He was sharp as a tack. That is what I think. And we'll get into this in a second. Like, I just think the world needs more of that. Point blank, regardless of which side you are on. If you could speak well, I have, utmost respect for you. The whole thing. Obviously, the video doesn't help, but maybe you are feeling it too. I personally can't explain it. There is just this very eerie feeling that I've had the last couple days. And like I said, the video doesn't help, but I find it way deeper than that. I think it is just like a wake-up call that the world is changing, and it is changing really fast. I mean, it has been changing, but lately I don't know what the heck has been going on in 2025. But I say this as a Canadian, like everything is different. And the old playbook, I've really shifted my mindset on like the get rich, buoy some land, and check out. Get off the grid, like that is just not it anymore. That is so selfish. That is so stupid. And I just want to be real for a second. Like the uncomfortable truth that you might be feeling is that like your intuition is probably telling you something important, that something is off and the world feels different. That is because it is different. Dude, we've been sold this idea that like success means making enough money to disappear in the mountains and, go screw off somewhere. But it is like, look, financial independence is crucial. Don't get me wrong, I am the first person. The video that I've already made talking about that stuff talks about that. But what happens when the chaos comes to your doorstep? What happens when you are faced with a moment like that and you just have no reaction? You can't do anything about it, right? What happens when the systems you are depending on start breaking down? So I think like besides the video that is just ingrained in my damn head, it is the way that he was able to communicate, and it takes a different kind of person to not just accumulate resources, but someone who can actually lead, who can really think clearly under pressure, who can communicate effectively when it matters most. And it is like the question is, are you becoming that person? Because I've had to kind of check myself recently, not just with this situation, but over this whole summer, there has been a lot of shifts. Like I am making some big shifts in the agency. I am doing this mentorship stuff. I am really evaluating where my time is going and what I like, dude. I am 27 years old. I don't have as much time as I may think, and I am all for patience. But I am also for being aggressive and being very forefront with what you want. So like I know it sounds kind of crucial and crude, but I've really just been evaluating my own life. So here's what I mean by like, I am going to title this video something with Antifragile. It is not just being like tough enough to survive chaos. It is actually getting stronger because of it. And that requires a very different approach of how we prepare. Like first thing is the intellectual, independence. I don't know where I am going with it, but just like stop consuming other people's content. Start developing your own well-reasoned position. Like read books, study history, study freaking wars and different things, and practice articulating your own thoughts. Because when the moment comes, and I promise you it will, the need to be able to think and speak clearly. Not just repeat what someone else said is really damn important. Like it is something that my speaking skills I am trying to practice every single day and get better at it. Because I think it helps with everything in life. I've said this countless times. What I am saying in all these videos is probably nothing new. It is just repeating of what I really do believe in. And that goes into like the second point, but skills that actually matter. Like yes, learn to sell, learn to code. But also I need to take my own page of this. Like I need to get better at like fixing stuff with my hands, being a better handyman, learning to, grow food eventually, learning to defend myself, like really defend myself, learn to negotiate, mediate conflict, to bring people together when they're falling apart. I am trying to get better at that too. And this isn't just like prepper skills anymore. They're like actual leadership skills. It feels good to lead and I guess be like the forefront and be helping people. It really does feel good. And I learned that in my early corporate days. That is one thing. And then I guess again, going back to the financial stuff, it is like, yeah, multiple income streams, a lot of money coming in. Emergency fund is great, but like also understand that money is just a tool. The real wealth or just financial dependent independence is in your ability to create value for other people, right? To solve problems, to be, I don't know, indispensable to your entire community. Like that is something I am really trying to get better at too, is being more community focused. And I've always tried to like, I've hinted at this before and it is a downfall of mine, but like get away from the normies. And it is like to a certain point, I do want to do that, but I understand community. Like there is some moments that I've had in my life that have been the best ever, where it is just like, we're all just talking, we're all just having fun, we're all just doing the most random things and coming together and not being this weird, like divided, blah, blah, blah. And of course, I have my side. You could probably imagine what side I am on, but even saying that, it is like I don't want to be on a side. If we could all just get together and be well, that'd be great. But I don't think that is ever happening anytime soon, right? So again, that is kind of the financial stuff. And going back to the physical, I am not talking about just looking good, like with your shirt off. I am talking about like actual function. All strength, like learn to have endurance. The ability to handle physical stress and physical wear in your body. It is a big thing I've been going through this summer. I need to learn some form of martial arts and self-defense. Like your mind and your body need to work together. I am all I've made the joke before. You could be the gym bro. You could be the dude who just lifts weights all day. But it is like, dude, what is the actual functionality of that? What are you able to do other than look good? Right? Like that is what I have respect to, is the dudes who can look good, but also perform good and have like that mobility, have that kind of sharpness to them. And I am trying to do that myself. So again, I am kind of all over the place. But going back to like the community leadership, like that is where I've been wrong. I've always thought like it means isolation. I'll get rich to not need anyone. Like, dude, that is not real strength. If you told me that 2-3 years ago, I would have said, yep, that is exactly the path I am on. But that is not strength. Real strength is being so capable and so valuable, so solid that other people want to be around you when things get tough. It is about like building the real solid relationship and community, and not just like your online following, which is what I really respect Kirk for and from, is he wasn't trying to hide from the world. He is literally trying to change it. And the dude, I went down the rabbit hole to last night. I think it was last night. Dude, the guy was like 22, 21 years old. I am hearing him speak. I am like, holy crap. This guy has just been mastering it, because he kind of did, in my opinion. He kind of popped out of nowhere in front of everyone. I am like, this guy really did pop off the last couple years. Like, where did this come from? But it is like he has been in the game for so long. He has learned to articulate his words for so long. Yes, he even had some opinions that I kind of disagreed with. But that doesn't mean you get shut, right? That doesn't mean you have to freaking go to this crazy other side and really be opposed. And it is, dude. I don't even want to get into the YouTube game right now, but I don't want to either get myself banned or whatever, but it is like demonic. It is borderline scary that the mental state, the mental illness of some of these people, it is insane. And dude, I have respect for him for that. He was building something bigger than himself that obviously, yeah, it made him a target, but it also meant his ideas will outlive him. Dude, the guy's legacy is going to be insane. So I guess. Like for myself, I am not saying I am trying to run for president or something, but starting small, I am going to get involved in more stuff locally. Maybe not like maybe I'll volunteer. Maybe I'll join some organizations. I don't know. I don't know. I am trying to think of like this YouTube stuff and this audience, and it has been really cool. It is almost this, but in person, like I love doing this. So now I just need to take the aspects of this and apply it in person. And I think I can help, men in general. It'd be actually really, really cool. So again, I think it is like learn to communicate effectively, build yourself physically and mentally practice. Public speaking in a form like this, form like you, whatever the heck you want to do. And then that is it. Like these skills matter more than your investment portfolio, dude. When society, when the world, when your family, your future family is eventually going to be under stress. It is just something that I am trying to wake myself and shake myself out of. So I know this is like not my usual content at all. I've never made a political video at all still on this channel. And I am usually about building wealth, hitting your goals, all that kind of stuff in business. But what is happening now is just a reminder that there are bigger things at stake than just your personal success. We're living through a time where it is like ideas, they have consequences, and when standing for something actually means something. So listen, dude, take a stand, care what you care about, and don't be afraid to voice that. I know I am not. And, become strong physically, mentally, become the kind of man that others can count on when things are uncertain and things are weird. And that is it, man. No direction. Hope you enjoyed. Comment if you have any questions. Stay boring. Stay patient. Peace.